The two scions touched down in the eastern capital, attracting a curious crowd. The bald one was Nappa, and the shorter one was Vegeta. With just the lift of 2 fingers, Nappa unleashed a massive explosion, reducing everything in its radius to ash. Vegeta cautioned him to restrain himself. If they destroyed the Dragon Balls, they'd have nothing to wish upon. They scanned for the strongest power levels and found multiple individuals exceeding a battle power of 1,000. Watching the TV coverage, Bulma wanted to lend a hand, but Master Roshi prevented her, worried she'd cause more harm than good. Meanwhile, Goku was still racing along Snake Way. Vegeta and Nappa headed toward Piccolo and Gohan's location. Krillin went on ahead and joined Piccolo and Gohan first. Before long, Vegeta arrived. From their exchange, Vegeta identified Piccolo as the one who defeated Raditz. Nappa recognized Piccolo as a Namekian. Namekians not only possessed formidable strength, they also had uncanny abilities, including something like magic. It made sense that such beings could create the Dragon Balls. At the same time, Kami realized he was actually an alien. He recalled feeling a sense of déjà vu when he first created the Dragon Balls. Surely, something similar existed back on his home planet, a clear hint at things to come. To spice things up, Vegeta removed a scouter. Nappa pulled out 6 seeds, planted them, and after watering them with a strange green fluid, 6 Cybermen sprouted. Moving swiftly, these small green creatures surrounded Piccolo's group, flaunting their power before launching an attack. Gohan, stunned, took a punch before Piccolo intervened to shield him. At that moment, Tien Shinhan and Kaiatsu arrived, and Yamcha showed up too, making 6 defenders in total. Vegeta suggested they go one-on-one, sending in a single Cyberman first. Tien Shinhan easily pushed it back. Hitting the ground, the Cyberman spewed a corrosive liquid from its head. Everyone dodged quickly. Piccolo also jumped clear, then returned to move Gohan out of danger. Over on Tien's side, a swift elbow strike took the Cyberman down. Nappa was shocked that a Cyberman with a battle power of 1,200 could be beaten. Irritated, Vegeta immediately destroyed that Cyberman, likening it to a worthless, dirty firework that underestimated its foe. He warned the remaining 5 to fight with all their might. Next, Yamcha confidently stepped forward, telling Krillin to stay back. Since Krillin had already been revived once by Earth's Dragon Balls, he wouldn't get another chance if he died again. Oh, and by the way, Goku was still hurrying along, so let's not worry about him just yet. Yamcha and the Cybermen collided, and in that instant, both vanished amid a violent blast. On sight, Piccolo guided Gohan, teaching him to use Ki to track the fighter's movements. Gohan concentrated and finally managed to follow the action clearly. Yamcha had the upper hand and, after a swift move, unleashed a Kamehameha that blasted the Cybermen into a crater. With TV cameras still rolling, Yamcha confidently prepared to face the remaining 4 Cybermen alone. But suddenly, the Cybermen leapt up from the pit, grabbed onto Yamcha, and self-destructed. This shocking image of Yamcha's death quickly spread worldwide. Furious, Krillin resolved to take revenge. He focused his energy into his hands and launched a scattering bullet into the sky. The energy sphere split apart and rained down in multiple blasts. 2 Cybermen were struck and eliminated, while 1 managed to hide underground. Vegeta and Nappa were also hit by the debris, but it did them no harm. Then, the Cyberman lurking in the hole suddenly sprang out, lunging at Gohan. Piccolo snatched it effortlessly, punched it, then hurled it into the air and obliterated it with a mouth blast. Gohan approached to express his gratitude, but Piccolo, acting aloof, brushed it off. Vegeta and Nappa, unaffected, remained cool and composed. Now it was Nappa's turn. He lunged at Krillin first, but Piccolo instantly intervened, counterattacking. Nappa dodged, allowing the resulting blast to destroy a distant mountain instead. In a flash, Nappa appeared beside Piccolo and kicked him, sending him flying. Nappa began powering up, causing the earth to tremble. Kaiatsu's psychic abilities failed to phase him. Surrounded by crackling energy, Nappa ignored Kaiatsu's attempts and blasted him away with a mouth beam. Nappa turned on Tien Shinhan, severely injuring Tien's fist with 1 strike, then breaking his left arm with another. When Tien tried to retaliate from above, Nappa kicked him back down with ease. Despite Piccolo's warning to wait, Krillin charged in. Nappa waved his hand, triggering a series of explosions and gouging out a seemingly bottomless pit in the ground. At this moment, Kaiatsu slipped behind Nappa, clinging to him tightly despite Nappa's attempts to shake him off. Kaiatsu thanked Tien and urged him to survive, then self-destructed. Tien Shinhan was devastated, but Nappa emerged unscathed once again. Worse still, Kaiatsu had already been revived once before by Earth's Dragon Balls, so he could not be brought back again. Distraught, Tien launched a desperate assault on Nappa, achieving nothing. Piccolo stopped Krillin from another reckless move, suggesting they watch for an opening. Unfortunately, Tien took another punch from Nappa, and Nappa prepared to finish him off. Suddenly, Piccolo intervened, knocking Nappa away. Krillin capitalized on this, striking Nappa toward Gohan. But Gohan, paralyzed by fear, didn't follow up. Piccolo and Krillin tried to join attack, yet Nappa, now alert, dodged easily. Kami, watching from afar, sensed Piccolo's grim fate was sealed. Summoning his last ounce of strength, Tien Shinhan unleashed a Tri-Beam. Nappa emerged completely unharmed, and Tien died from the exertion. Krillin, anguished, cried out for Goku. Vegeta halted Nappa's next move and inquired about this Goku. Proud Vegeta decided to wait 3 hours for Goku to show. Nappa, impatient by nature, protested, but Vegeta's stern rebuke kept him in line. On Piccolo's side, only 3 fighters remained. Vegeta's reason for waiting on Goku was simple. He wanted to punish the Saiyan traitor. Krillin considered fleeing, but Piccolo knew there was no escape. When Gohan asked Piccolo to train him more, Piccolo snapped, calling him a coward and telling him to get lost. Hurt, Gohan stepped aside, only to be blocked by Nappa, who accused him of trying to run away. Gohan taunted Nappa, calling him a big bald guy, which infuriated Nappa, while Vegeta chuckled at the exchange. With 3 hours to kill, Nappa used his eye beams to eliminate the TV crew who were broadcasting the battle to the world. At last, the 3 hours were up. Nappa stripped off his armor, ready to fight. Piccolo devised a strategy. Krillin would engage Nappa and draw his attention. Piccolo would then seize Nappa's tail, his supposed weak spot, so Gohan could strike with all his might. Around this time, Goku reached King Yema's realm, where Kami awaited him. Without delay, Goku leapt down from Kami's lookout. Karin tossed him a Senzu bean, which Goku ate before taking off on the flying Nimbus toward the battlefield. Meanwhile, Piccolo's group launched their plan. But when Piccolo grabbed Nappa's tail, Nappa countered with a crushing elbow to Piccolo's head. Vegeta explained that they wouldn't leave their vulnerabilities untrained. Nappa flung Piccolo aside and sent Gohan flying with 2 swift kicks. As Nappa moved in again, Krillin struck, temporarily knocking Nappa off balance. Then Krillin raised his hand skyward, forming the razor-sharp Destructo disc. He hurled it at Nappa. Confident Nappa prepared to catch it barehanded, but Vegeta warned him just in time. Nappa dodged, but not without a scratch on his face. Enraged, Nappa fired an energy blast at Krillin and was about to fire another when Piccolo hit him from behind, interrupting. Suddenly, Piccolo sensed Goku's approach. Overcome with emotion, Gohan wept, and Krillin allowed himself a hopeful grin. Vegeta put his scouter back on, detecting that someone with a power level of 5,000 would arrive in 4 minutes. He ordered Nappa to finish off the remaining fighters. After that, they'd head to planet Namek, the source of the Dragon Balls, where even better wishes could be granted. In a surge of bravery, Gohan urged Piccolo to flee, reminding him that if Piccolo died, Kami and the Dragon Balls would vanish too. Nappa charged at Gohan, but Gohan managed to kick him away. Furious, Nappa unleashed a ki blast aimed right at Gohan. At the last second, Piccolo jumped in front of Gohan, taking the full impact. With his dying breath, he told Gohan to run. Memories of their time together flashed through Piccolo's mind, and he shed a tear before passing away. Instantly, Kami disappeared as well. Incensed by Piccolo's sacrifice, Gohan fired off a Masenko attack at a battle power of 2,800. Nappa deflected it with a single punch, feeling only a slight sting in his hand. Exhausted, Gohan couldn't move. Nappa tried to crush him underfoot, but to his surprise, Gohan had hopped onto the flying Nimbus and avoided the blow. Finally, Goku arrived at the scene, silent and brimming with fury. He swiftly assessed the carnage. Enraged by what he saw, Goku's power level spiked dramatically. Ignoring Nappa's initial strike, Goku split a Senzu bean in half, giving portions to Krillin and Gohan. He told them to back off to safety. Sensing Goku's intense anger, Krillin felt a wave of relief. Fully powered up, Goku's strength now surpassed 8,000. The fight commenced with Nappa charging straight in, but Goku easily countered, knocking him down with a kick and evading every follow-up strike. In a moment of flair, Goku ended up standing atop Nappa's bald head before hopping off. Once on the ground, Goku delivered a punch and dedicated it to Kairatsu's memory. Another punch followed, this one in honor of Yamcha. Furious, Nappa launched an aerial energy blast, but Goku didn't even dodge. He simply roared, scattering the attack. Moving in swiftly, he landed another blow for Tien Shinhan and a kick to avenge Piccolo. Seeing Nappa losing control, Vegeta shouted at him to calm down, snapping him out of his rage. Nappa then attempted the same technique he'd used upon arriving on Earth, but Goku deftly sidestepped. Pursuing relentlessly, Nappa seemed a bit stronger than before, prompting Goku to take notice. Suddenly, at close range, Nappa fired a mouth blast. Goku reacted instantly with a Kamehameha. Nappa, out of tricks, was summoned back by Vegeta, who intended to join the fight himself. Unwilling to yield, Nappa tried to attack Krillin and Gohan instead. Goku, using the Kaioken technique, instantly disabled Nappa, leaving him powerless. After tossing Nappa back to Vegeta, Goku explained to Krillin that the Kaioken was a special ability that boosted one's power dramatically, though it put enormous strain on the body. King Kai had warned him not to push beyond double strength. With cold indifference, Vegeta hurled Nappa into the air and killed him, having no use for a defeated Saiyan. Realizing how formidable Vegeta was, Goku urged Krillin and the others to retreat. Krillin, worried that the battleground's damage might affect the bodies of their fallen friends and hinder their resurrection, suggested changing locations. Goku, puzzled since the Dragon Balls were lost, since Krillin had a plan and agreed. Goku and Vegeta moved to a new area, a simpler backdrop for their duel. Goku attacked first, but Vegeta handled him easily. Goku struggled under Vegeta's superior skill and soon had to employ the double Kaioken. With double power, Goku managed to strike Vegeta and follow up with consecutive blows. Vegeta retaliated with a fierce kick. Encountering such a strong adversary actually excited Goku, fueling his fighting spirit. Vegeta began gathering his energy, the very atmosphere trembling under his power. After powering up completely, he launched a devastating series of attacks. Even with double Kaioken, Goku struggled to evade and counter, and his clothes were torn to shreds in the process. Stripping off the ruined garment, Goku prepared to unleash the triple Kaioken. Back at Kame House, Bulma monitored the readings on the scouter. Goku's power soared past 21,000 before the device overloaded and shattered. Now Vegeta found himself on the receiving end. Goku's punch struck him so hard that saliva flew from Vegeta's mouth. Goku then seized both of Vegeta's hands and launched a barrage of blows, finally knocking Vegeta down. Still, Goku knew he couldn't keep this up forever. Seeing his own blood enrage Vegeta, he soared into the sky, intending to obliterate Goku and the Earth together. Goku prepared a Kamehameha with triple Kaioken power. Vegeta fired his Gallic gun, and Goku countered. Struggling at first, Goku pushed himself to quadruple Kaioken, overwhelming Vegeta's blast and sending him hurtling away. Yajirobe, who had been watching, ran over in excitement. Goku warned him it wasn't safe. High above, Vegeta was still alive. He had planned to transform into a great ape by coming during a full moon, but with the moon gone, he confronted Goku again. Vegeta declared that removing the moon was pointless and explained that Saiyan transformations depended on Blut's waves reflected from the moon. When it's full, the frequency hits 17 million xenohertz, causing a Scion's tail to trigger the transformation. Some elite Scions could even create an artificial full moon. Vegeta did exactly that, staring intently and starting his transformation. His specialized armor grew along with him. Far away, Gohan sensed danger to his father and turned back. As a great ape, Vegeta retained his intellect and gained tenfold power. He pummeled Goku. Realization dawned on Goku. He now understood that long ago, he was the one who accidentally killed his grandfather under that same monstrous form. Goku decided to try the Spirit Bomb, but the technique required time he didn't have. Vegeta attacked mid-preparation, interrupting him. Goku dodged another attack with the Kaioken, but then got slammed by Vegeta's tail. He needed just 10 seconds, so he soared upward and blinded Vegeta with a solar flare, using those precious moments to gather energy for the Spirit Bomb. Gradually, life's energy flowed into Goku's hands. Just as he completed the gathering, Vegeta struck again with a mouth blast, leaving Goku spent and pinned under Vegeta's foot. Vegeta aimed a finishing finger jab. In desperation, Goku unleashed a one-handed blast straight into Vegeta's eye, infuriating the great ape. Vegeta prepared to crush Goku then and there. At that critical moment, Krillin arrived, and Yajirobe stepped in, intercepting them. Krillin proposed cutting off Vegeta's tail. He directed Yajirobe and Gohan to move in front, while he sneaked around behind to sever it. Vegeta had his eye on Gohan, and from behind him, Krillin launched his Destructo Disc. But Vegeta, fully alert, simply sprang upward and dodged the attack. He'd been aware of Krillin's presence all along. Just then, at the last possible second, Yajirobe managed to slice off Vegeta's tail and quickly scurried away to hide. With the tail gone, Vegeta returned to his normal form. Enraged, Vegeta struck Gohan first and then knocked Krillin aside when he tried to help. He grabbed Gohan and hurled him next to Goku. Goku told Gohan to take over the fight, assuring him that Vegeta had spent most of his energy. Goku urged Gohan to believe in himself. Otherwise, Piccolo's death would have meant nothing. Vegeta retaliated by kicking Goku once more and then furiously stomping him. This finally roused Gohan's anger, prompting him to join the fray. Goku called Krillin over, intending to pass the Spirit Bomb's power to him. Even at half strength, it should still be enough to defeat Vegeta. Placing his hand on Goku's, Krillin began to absorb the remaining Spirit Bomb energy. While Gohan kept Vegeta busy, Krillin concentrated on forming the deadly projectile. At that moment, King Kai reached out telepathically, advising Krillin to focus on Vegeta's malevolent aura to guide the Spirit Bomb. With the fate of the world resting on his shoulders, Krillin was determined not to fail. Vegeta, now resuming his royal battle tactics, unleashed a barrage of blasts at Gohan. Taking his chance, Krillin hurled the Spirit Bomb, but Vegeta dodged it yet again. The glowing sphere now hurtled straight toward Gohan. Immediately, Goku's voice rang in Gohan's mind, instructing him to deflect the Spirit Bomb back at Vegeta. Since Gohan's heart was pure and free of evil, he could safely redirect the attack. This time, Gohan stood his ground. He didn't dodge as he redirected the Spirit Bomb straight into Vegeta, finally turning the tide. Everyone sighed in relief. They had won at last. Vegeta plummeted to the ground. Seeing his enemy fallen, Krillin thought about burying him, but Vegeta was still alive. With a single strike, the battered Saiyan knocked Krillin aside and lurched toward Goku. He unleashed a final explosive burst of energy. No one died, but Vegeta was now grievously wounded. Suddenly, Vegeta noticed Gohan's tail had regrown. He knew that the boy would transform again under the full moon's influence. Determined to prevent it, Vegeta moved in to sever the tail, but Yajirobe sprang from behind, slicing through Vegeta's armor and wounding him. Vegeta collapsed, momentarily downed. Yajirobe cheered, but Vegeta rose yet again, too quick for another strike. With one swift kick, Vegeta sent Yajirobe flying. At this desperate moment, Goku's telepathic voice urged Gohan to look at the artificial moon Vegeta had created. Sensing the trap too late, Vegeta watched in horror as Gohan transformed back into a great ape rampaging wildly. Goku called out to Gohan again, reaching the boy's lingering conscience. Gohan turned his mighty wrath onto Vegeta, who was now barely clinging to life. Seizing a split-second chance, Vegeta sliced off Gohan's tail, but the giant ape's massive body collapsed onto him, crushing him further. Barely alive, Vegeta summoned his remote-controlled spaceship. As it approached, he prepared to escape. Krillin, still capable of fighting, took Yajirobe's sword, ready to finish Vegeta off. But Goku, to Krillin's shock, ordered him to stop. Goku wanted Vegeta to go free. Krillin couldn't fathom why. Killing Vegeta now seemed the logical choice. But Goku, though he had lost this battle, felt exhilarated. He yearned for a rematch, to test himself against Vegeta's strength again. In the end, Krillin trusted Goku's instincts, believing Goku would only grow stronger. Vegeta spat out a final threat and departed. Soon, Master Roshi and Chi-Chi arrived, Chi-Chi cradling Gohan and weeping over the ordeal. Korin and others also came to check on Goku, while Bulma mourned Yamcha's death. In this fierce conflict, Kaiatsu, Tien Shinhan, Yamcha, Piccolo, and Kami were all gone. But remember, Krillin mentioned a way to bring them back. How will that work? We'll find out in the next video.